in another week it will be not.
Get it while it's hot.
You wanna know my feelings every time I look in your eyes. Baby, I can feel your energy, it's making me realize everything we've been through makes us strong enough. You and I. Everything we've been through makes us strong enough. You and I. It's making me realize everything we've been through makes us strong enough. You and I. Everything we've been through makes us strong enough. You and I.
Won't you come over? Dying to know where you came from. We're breaking open. Feel like your future's just begun. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together. Just lead me into your world. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together on our own. Just lead me into your world. Waiting for no one. We're headed straight up for the sun. They'll never notice. We'll take these cities on our own. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together. Just lead me into your world. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together on our own. Just lead me into your world.
I'll start it out.
Yeah, sounds good.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Intramural League Esports. I'm Heavy, and I'm joined by my co-caster, Duck.
How's it going, guys?
Today we have we're coming at you with the finals. We have Team 10 versus the Varsity Dropouts. For those of you at home that don't quite understand how Rocket League works, it's pretty similar to soccer in the sense that you have a ball in the field and each team has a goal. And your goal is to get it in the opposing team's goal. That's really all there is to the game. There's a lot more with mechanics and stuff, but that's all technical.
You guys will see all the complications pretty quickly as the game starts.
Well, let's get this show on the road and have the teams join.
They've been waiting anxiously.
Teams join.
They've been waiting anxiously.
Teams join.
They've been waiting anxiously.
Teams join. Teams join. Teams join. Teams join. Teams join. First 14 seconds and
That's just chaos on the orange back wall there. The blue team had the really possession the entire time right after kickoff.
Shadow Frenzy and Seamus on kickoff. Goes straight into Varsity Dropout's corner. Max sending it over. Varsity Dropouts get the clear. River trying to get it over to his teammate. His teammate sends it out mid, but River is unable to follow it up. Boston Rob sends it downfield. Max trying to catch it, but Boston Rob sticks with it. Seamus taking it up the wall. Fakes out Federal Agent Phillip. River sending it out. Kind of centers it for Varsity Dropouts. Max sending it into the opposing team's corner. Gets it out middle, but neither one of his teammates are there for the shot. Max missing the ball on the backboard. Tries to go for it again and misses once again. River sending it over to Max. Max tries to get a decent 50 with Boston Rob, but it goes out to the side into Shadow Frenzy. Seamus follows it up, and Max, that looked like a phantom hit.
You can see Orange team's trying to make passes happen. We're only a minute and a half in the game, and they've already tried to send out a couple of passes to the midfield, but they're just not getting the connections right. And I think as time goes on, they might find their footing a little better.
Yeah, I think this first game will be a little slow for them. They'll definitely warm up as they play more.
Especially as we've been making them sit in the party for 10 minutes.
Yeah. And
oh my gosh, Seamus. He says, I don't need passing plays, I'm just gonna do it all myself. Takes the mid boost, pops up for himself, and that little fruit hat giving him the extra leverage he needed to get the ball over the keeper.
Absolutely amazing angle. He was almost on the back wall.
He had about the width diameter of the ball really to get that in the net.
Yeah. Seamus trying to catch the ball, but to no avail. Max challenging Boston Rob, but Boston Rob gets it past him. Max demoing Boston Rob, enabling River to try to get it downfield. It gets sent right back into the side.
We saw some trash talking pre-game about demoing. Time to see if the players actually stick with it. Try to get that executioner medal for getting 7 demos in one game, which is a lot.
Boston Rob sending it downfield. Max is there to pick it up. Unable to follow. Boston
great shot.
And great positioning. That was upper 90 in the far left corner of the goal.
The ball came right out to him, and for Max, you probably would have wanted to see him hit that a little more downfield instead of at the wall, because it really popped out really nicely and set up to give him the boomer of the shot.
We got River and Federal on kickoff, goes straight into varsity dropout side. Seamus picking up the ball, sends it down, no one there from his team to connect with it. River getting saved. Seamus barely missing the hit on the wall. Another shot from Boston Rob, but Max saves it with ease. Max sending it over to Blue's corner. Boston Rob back into Team 10's corner, gets another shot, and Varsity Esports goes up 3-1 with 1:39 left to go.
Boston Rob just trying to put the team on his back. He wants to do everything himself, and I mean, it's working right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely helpful that Orange's defense so far hasn't looked super organized. It looked great the first couple of minutes, but it's kind of just fallen apart the second half of the match. If they want to fix that, then all they need to do is rotate far post and they'll be good to go.
The classic rotate back posts.
River.
Oh my! Oh, I thought that was going in.
That looked like a beautiful shot, but it's just barely off the post. Seamus sending down to Max.
Great pass infield.
A great pass, but both two defenders from Varsity Esports were there to stuff it. Boston Rob missing the hit. Max back to Seamus. Seamus tries to get it over Shadow Frenzy, but Shadow Frenzy stops him. Max there to follow it up. Federal Agent gets the save. Federal Agent Phillip sending it on net. Seamus catches it. River there to make the awkward save. Sends it downfield. Double commit from Varsity Esports, but Team 10 was unable to finish there.
Max going off the ceiling. Going for some crazy freestyling.
River trying to get it out mid again, but Varsity Dropout, sorry, was all over it.
Varsity Dropout Esports, question mark.
Varsity Dropouts take the first game. What do you think went wrong for Team 10 there, Duck?
Well, I think that Team 10, you can tell that they seem to have a bit more chemistry than Varsity Dropouts. And although they have better chemistry, I don't think their mechanics are as good. And so since Varsity Dropouts is able to just boom the ball, oh gosh, Max left. Alright, we'll make sure to get him in
before we start the next one. He has 30 seconds to join, so we should be good.
Alright, he said he's back in.
Yep,
Alright,
there we go.
Anyways, I've completely forgot my train of thought, thanks Max. But Varsity Dropouts, I think they had better mechanics. I mean, especially Boston carrying with the 422 points. But since he's able to just boom the field, probably the furthest out of any players, at least in that game, just kind of caught Team 10 off guard, and they weren't ready to deal with the long hits.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely Team 10 is lacking in mechanics compared to Varsity Dropouts. I think team chemistry can definitely overcome that. They had multiple opportunities. They
were doing pretty well to search out passing plays.
Yeah.
And I think that they're going to continue to do that, and I can see them pulling back a couple of games.
Boston Rob already getting a shot on. Seamus is there to catch it. Seamus taking it downfield. Gets it past Shadow
Massive
Frenzy.
dunk.
Boston Rob there to pick it up and take it up the wall. Max out to Seamus. Seamus catches it. Takes it up the wall himself. Gets 50. Boston Rob is there to pick it up.
That was smart by him not to try to go off the ceiling and get that. You see a lot of players go for the glory play, as Max is denied. But he smartly just backed off. Boston here with the shot. Great save by River here to clear that off the goal line.
Max picking up the ball. Shadow Frenzy gets it out middle. Seamus gets a great clear. Max is there to pick it up. One to beat here. You can't 50 it out middle as Federal Agent Phillip gets the win. River sending it downfield. Max there to follow it up. Shadow Frenzy hitting the ball right behind Max. Shadow Frenzy there to send it into Team 10's corner. Seamus, a risky catch there as Max says, hey, don't do that.
When in doubt, get it out, and Max was not ready to take that chance.
Seamus sending it out to the side. River there to follow it up. Hits it off the wall again. Seamus
double fake.
Barely missing. Seamus getting the 50, follows it up, gets it past Shadow Frenzy off the sidewall. River with a shot on net, but Boston Rob is there waiting for it. Max with an opportunity, but just puts it off to the side.
Good demo.
Max out of boost here as he's trying to get the ball out. He gets the River anyways.
Oh.
Seamus almost with the nice redirect, but Boston Rob gets the save. Shadow Frenzy into Team 10's corner. Seamus trying to send it out. Tries to catch it, but Federal Agent Phillip dunks him. This is looking a little dicey for Team 10, but no one from Varsity Dropouts was there to finish the play.
Looks like Varsity's just giving Team 10 their respect, or they don't know exactly when they're gonna miss and when they're gonna hit it.
Nash barely missing the ball there. As Federal Agent Phillip picks it up, trying to ball the whole team, and he does!
Oh.
Frenzy follows it up and scores the first goal of the second game.
Federal Agent with a beautiful bit of ball control. You could tell he really wanted to get that around to dribble it in himself, but nevertheless he does really well to set up the pass for Shadow Frenzy, who comes flying in to clean it up.
Unfortunately, Max was backwards there, and so he was unable to get the save, as Shadow Frenzy just swooped in and got the goal.
Being backwards does indeed make it harder to save.
Boston Rob popping it up.
All three of them, oh no.
Follows it up, and that's just ugly for Team 10.
I'd like to give them the benefit of the doubt that they see their teammates and they're like, okay, you got it. Oh, wait, no, I got it. Oh, none of us got it.
It's just, that is really unfortunate for Team 10. 50 out mid. Seamus there and doesn't have the boost to follow. River getting a shot on net. Double commit from Varsity Dropouts, but Shadow Frenzy was there to follow it up. Max gets it out mid. Seamus is there. Doesn't quite hit it. River off the backboard. Max is there to follow it up. Boston Rob gets it past him. That shot's off and Boston Rob just barely misses the follow.
Yeah, that bounce off the corner is always really awkward.
Max catching the ball, gets it past Boston Rob, gets the boost, takes it up the wall. Oh, and misses the hit out mid. Double fake here from Max and Federal Agent Phillip. Seamus putting it out mid on his own half. Gets over to Max. Oh. Seamus just barely misses the redirect.
Orange teams.
50's it. Seamus there to get the save. Seamus with the clear out. Max there to follow. Misses. Federal Agent Phillip sends it back downfield. Boston Rob off the backboard. Federal Agent Phillip there to follow it up. Just off the post. And Shadow Frenzy coming in for another goal.
Varsity Dropouts is doing, the first game, all of their goals were just long shots that found their way into the net, but this game they've started to rely more on pressuring inside Orange Team's box. So showing that they're really a dual threat on offense.
Federal Agent Phillips sending it over. Pinches it with Boston Rob. Max is there to pick it up. Federal Agent Phillips misses the boost. Off a post. Off the backboard.
I thought that was just gonna go in. Everyone's making circles around the ball. And it's
that's the end of game 2 as varsity dropouts go up 2-0 in the series.
And I don't no, you guys are I don't think we mentioned this before, but this is a best of 5, and since varsity dropouts is now up in the series 2-0, they're on match point. So if they win this next match, they'll pull the sweep over Team 10 and go home with the trophy.
Or on the flip side, Team 10 could come out and win.
A reverse sweep would be fun to watch, not gonna lie.
And win the next 3 games for the reverse sweep.
As far as entertainment goes, I think we'd all like to see that, but and the server is gone down for
went down for maintenance.
Oh, you'd love to see it.
Your lips are stained with fiction. You always have your reasons, and I spell you rotten. Your hands are sealed in pockets. You fill them with your secrets. To you, I am nothing. I am sweet like poison. You know you make me reckless. I'll run, but you are friction. Your touch feels like heaven. You make me hate all my sins. You are my religion. My religion. I have a million reasons to leave you, but I have a billion reasons to keep you.
Sorry for the technical issues, everybody. We are here with Game 3 underway. Yeah, I mean, based on the last game, it looks like varsity dropouts are coming out for the sweep, but Team 10 still has a chance to come back and make the reverse sweep, which would definitely make for a much more interesting match.
That's about as good of a start as you can get. Seamus with all the way from his own corner grabs the boost and says bang. Boston unable to read it, and that's perfect start for Team 10.
Shadow Frenzy and Seamus on kickoff. Boston Rob and Max going for the touch. Boston Rob gets a flip reset, but doesn't do anything with it. Girl Agent Phillip up for the ball. Sends it over. Seamus taking it downfield. Shadow Frenzy taking it away from him. Boston Rob there to follow it up. Max getting a soft touch there in the corner. Seamus taking it downfield. Boston Rob.
Teammates fighting for the boost.
Boston Rob taking it up. Doesn't have the boost to quite do much with it. Seamus popping it over. Boston Rob sending it back into Team 10's corner. Boston Rob getting the demo on Max. Federal Agent Phillip gets it over Max. Bumps Seamus. Seamus there to follow it up. Shadow Frenzy sliding past the ball. Boston Rob picks it up, gets a shot on net, and goes in upper right.
Shadow Frenzy with his dominant hitbox working to his favor. Gets to just slip right between the ball and the wall. And Boston Rob is ready and waiting.
Boston Rob and Max on kickoff. It goes straight into varsity dropout side. Seamus hitting it out middle. River was not quite ready for it though. Shadow Frenzy. Shot off to the side. Seamus there to follow it up. Boston Rob hitting it down mid. Bounces off of the corner. And just really off for Federal Agent Phillip. You really hate to see that.
Boston was trying really hard to get that double tap. It ended up even working out to be a good pass, but still, varsity dropouts not able to convert the chance. But pressure is still on as Boston Rob hits it off the backboard again, but his team isn't ready to follow up.
Seamus taking it up the wall, gets it out mid off of the ceiling. Federal Agent Phillips all over it though. Max sends it out mid. Seamus there for the redirect, doesn't quite touch it.
It's looking good, yep.
Max follows it up and scores as Team 10 takes the lead 2-1.
A little bit of miscommunication on the blue side. I think Boston was expecting Shadow Frenzy to get the hit, but Shadow side flipped. And then Boston had to react really quickly to get that ball away, even though he didn't see his teammate behind him.
Boston Rob sending it downfield. Seamus there to pick it up. Boston Rob takes the boost from Seamus and sends the ball out mid. But neither one of his teammates are there to follow it up. Shadow Frenzy gets it across. Seamus bangs it downfield. River trying to get a touch, but Federal Agent Phillip denies him. Max catching the ball, following it up.
Oh, gets the air dribble.
Nice air dribble, but sadly he's out of boost now and can only send the ball over to the corner. Seamus with a shot on net. Shadow Frenzy with a great save as that was a banger.
That's some heat behind it, jeez.
Boston Rob. River sending it out across. Federal Agent Phillip clears it to his own corner. Federal Agent Phillip sends it downfield, follows it up. Max takes the boost from him, and Max gets it over to Seamus. Seamus getting it out mid, but Max wasn't quite there, as he probably didn't expect the 50. Seamus with a nice shot, but
what a save by Federal.
A great save.
Seamus did really well to set the ball up on his hood like that and get the flick. If it was just like a few more inches to the left, it would have been in the top corner.
Seamus out mid again. Max wasn't there though. Max getting dunked by Shadow Frenzy. Seamus missing the ball, but gets the bump on Federal Agent Phillip. Boston Rob off of the sidewall, but doesn't get the hit.
That was a big chance, and with there only being a minute left and them being down in goal, that could come back to bite them.
Yep.
Especially with Team 10 coming back the other way, Seamus set up a decent chance for Max, but Varsity Dropouts was there. Now they come the other way, put a goal line demo. Works in favor of Team 10.
Rivers 50ing it downfield. Shadow Frenzy puts it off to the side. Boston Rob there to follow it up. Sadly, Boston Rob is out of boost. Federal Agent Phillip with the goal. I am surprised that worked.
I know, Team 10, they had all their players surrounding the ball in like a circle, and the bit of the pinch play, kind of, they thought they were ready to take it, but came right out to Federal, and he was just waiting for the ball to plop out to him.
Seamus and Shadow Frenzy on kickoff goes straight into Varsity Dropout side. Federal Agent Phillip hits it straight down, and Seamus gets the goal.
The absolute madman. First he gets the dunk in midfield, and then he gets the dunk on Boston. Get out of here.
I don't think Boston expected Seamus to read that, and that's why he just kind of sat there, because it looked like he was going to catch the ball.
Well, with the ball coming down from the ceiling, and usually you have ball game on in that situation, you can't tell who's coming, and so your camera's just pointing straight up. That's probably why he got caught out.
Seamus hits it down for the Team 10 win in Game 3. Interesting turn of events. I definitely think the server maintenance killed the momentum that Varsity Dropouts had. Allowed Team 10 to come back and get a nice win.
Varsity Dropouts had both teams had a few good chances that they couldn't capitalize on. But, I mean, there's a chance. And it's Varsity Dropouts. They have plenty of time to make the comeback happen. And it's time to see if we actually get that.
So here we go with Game 4. We got Seamus and Shadow Frenzy on kickoff. Kickoff goes into Varsity Dropout side. Max follows it up. Federal Agent Phillip gets the save off of Max's shot. Boston Rob sending it out to the corner. River there to follow it up. Gets it out mid. Seamus is there. Doesn't have the angle to get a shot on net. Max getting a touch. Federal Agent Phillip there to follow it up. Seamus up for the ball when he probably didn't need to be. Boston Robson in downfield.
Such is the Rocket League lifestyle.
Federal Agent Phillip getting it out middle. And the demo on Max, but his team is unable to capitalize. And that is an unfortunate dunk.
Shadow Frenzy needs to be rotating around to the side, because that's what happens. You just end up getting in the way of your teammates.
Max getting it out mid. River not there. Not having the trust for his teammate. Boston Rob. Seamus getting a nice 50 across, but doesn't quite go in the net. Max sending it over. Shadow Frenzy there. River with the 50. Shadow Frenzy wins the 50. Almost goes in, but Seamus gets the save. Seamus popping it downfield. Federal Agent Phillip there to follow it up. Boston Rob there for the shot, but it's off, and Federal Agent Phillip with a correct.
What the heck?
Pass from Federal Agent Phillip to Boston Rob.
Oh my gosh, he came off the post also.
What a play from Varsity Dropouts.
I'm gonna assume that he was trying to score that himself, but he still did absolutely amazingly well to get that off the...
And Seamus follows it up on kickoff.
We get like no goals in half the game, then now we got 2 goals in like 5 minutes. I need to calm down so we can actually catch up to talk about the goal that just happened.
River and Shadow Frenzy on kickoff. It goes to end of Varsity Dropout side. Max off the backboard. Federal Agent Phillip gets the clear. Boston Rob up for the ball. Pops it out. River there to get not quite the touch he probably wanted, but it ends up working out. Boston Rob sends it across. Shadow Frenzy popping it up. River there to follow it. Federal Agent Phillip not quite getting a great touch, but Max is unable to hit the ball on, and Shadow Frenzy hits it out to the side. Seamus takes it up the wall, sends it down. Federal Agent Phillip there to follow it up, takes it up the wall himself. River trying to get the clear out. Boston Rob with a shot just barely off.
Had some power behind it, but unfortunately comes off the crossbar.
Shadow Frenzy 50s it with River. River 50s it out mid. Seamus following it up, sends it into the corner. Federal Agent Phillip gets the catch. River sending it out mid. Boston Rob is all over it as Seamus goes to 50 him. Boston Rob there to follow the ball. Max getting it past him. Boston Rob gets the demo on Max.
Small price
here with one goal.
Just as I was about to say, a small price to pay for salvation. Max getting the ball past, which lets Ryder be able to come up and dunk this ball, and they have the lead with a minute 42 left. And if they can seal this out, this is going to lead to a very good finale.
Absolutely beautiful. Seamus with just a shot barely off. Almost had another kickoff goal. Gets another opportunity, but Shadow Frenzy is there to save the ball. River sending it downfield. Following it up, going to try to get it out mid for Seamus. Seamus sitting a little too close, but it ends up working out. Boston Rob trying to get it past Max. Max 50s it with him. Seamus takes it up the wall. Federal Agent Phillip denies him the pass. As Boston Rob follows it up, sends it off of the wall. Trying to get a hit out mid, but it pinches back into Team 10's corner. Seamus hitting it down to River. River sending it downfield, follows it up. Misses the ball, unfortunately. Max picking it up. River sitting there in his way. But Seamus is all good on the backboard as he gets the clear out to the side.
Did well to deal with it with no boost also.
Max going for the stealing shot here. Oh, what a header, but Boston Rob
would have been a crazy play.
Challenged him. Max going up the wall. River was already there though. Boston Rob taking it up the wall. Blue Varsity Dropouts need to get a play happening here in the next couple of seconds, or else this is going to be it for them.
If they could somehow keep the ball up. Oh, I thought it was going to bounce off the corner.
Team 10 takes Game 4 as we move on to a Game 5. Honestly, after the first 2 games, I would have never expected a Game 5.
Hey man, I called it. Just saying. Not necessarily Game 5 specifically, but I believed in Orange Team to come back, and I think that Team 10 they've been fairly consistent, but in the past couple games, I think their challenge game has kind of let them, as Shadows now left the match. I'm gonna assume that they know to not join. Hopefully, there's a mistake, and yeah, there is. Alright, I'm gonna save this. Keep changing teams. Class. Please. Oh my. Alright, time to 1v1 him? No, I'm just kidding. No. Gosh dang it, one job.
Well, I mean, there are technical difficulties sometimes with streams, so this does happen. Unfortunately, we have had multiple today. Some on our end, some on Psyonix's end, sadly.
Wouldn't be an Intramural esports stream without some sort of game technical difficulty. Alright, and then I think that we're ready to get everyone back in. Hopefully everyone is backed out of the server. Alright, there we go. I hope that I stalled it.
All right.
Okay.
And here we go with Game 5.
Momentum has definitely been in Team 10's favor, and really, I think that they've been. Oh my gosh, Max!
Just dropped with the demo play.
Puts the team on his back, goes past Federal on the kickoff, gets it over Shadow, and then gets the demo.
Oh my god!
Austin Robin. He says, screw that, we're taking the final.
Absolutely fantastic demo play.
Usually it's tempting to just go for the shot, but it did really well to see the demo and Seamus.
Here's another goal for Team 10 in the
10
first 17 seconds.
They've absolutely dismantled varsity dropouts right now, and maybe this is just kind of stopping the other team from getting settled, but regardless, this has made the challenge a lot harder.
It really has. Max popping off the sidewall. Seamus there to follow it up. Thorough Agent Phillip popping it up. Sends it downfield. Driver there to follow. Boston Rob takes it. Seamus there to get the clear off to the corner, but sadly bounces out back mid, and that's a goal for varsity dropouts.
I was just thinking that, like, Team 10 has been on a rampage recently, and with all this momentum from the past couple games, it'd be really hard for varsity dropouts to get back in, but I guess never mind, and now they have an entire 4.5 minutes to just get one.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely came out strong the last game with that first goal that they had.
Oh, Shadow?
Really good, scoring another goal as I say that.
We're here questioning varsity dropouts if they're going to be able to come back, and within what? It's been
20
13
seconds. Yeah.
I think the last kickoff was at 4:22. 10 seconds, they've pulled it back, and we have 4 goals in the opening 50 seconds of the game.
Federal Agent Phillip.
I think we had like not even this many goals in all of last game. And we're going to get another here as Federal Agent is just lurking in midfield.
It looks like this game might just be a battle of the offenses, as both defenses are just kind of falling apart here.
I mean, I'm not complaining if that's what turns out to be the case for the rest of the game.
Seamus following up the ball, puts it off to the side. Federal Agent Phillip follows it up. Driver getting a hit downfield. Boston Rob popping it out middle. And it looks like Federal Agent Phillip and Boston Rob faked each other, deciding on who would go for the ball. Federal Agent Phillip hits the ball downfield, follows it up. Seamus gets the clear out to the side. Driver trying to follow it up. Didn't look like he had boost though. Boston Rob hitting it down. Max there. Federal Agent Phillip follows it up and sends it back. Max out to the side. Seamus 50 it with Boston Rob, goes out middle on his own half. Shadow Frenzy sends it downfield. Seamus there to pop it out mid. That's a little dangerous, but no one from Varsity Dropouts is there.
Max jumped really quickly to try to get up for a potential block, but he quickly realized that he didn't even need to and just fell right back down as Varsity Dropouts was nowhere to be seen.
Ball's out middle again for Varsity Dropouts, but Max is there to get the clear. He takes it up the wall and then right back down as he tries to get it across, but he gets 50. Seamus popping it up off of the sidewall. And that's an unfortunate touch from Team 10. Oh my.
What even happened? Max?
Oh, it looks like Max went for the ball when River had it.
I still don't really understand, because even if Max would have gotten that, he would have just probably owned gold regardless. Not sure. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Sending it downfield. Seamus sending it right back. Federal Agent Phillip missed. Shadow Frenzy missed. But Federal Agent Phillip comes back and gets the save. Seamus 50s it with Boston Rob. Boston Rob wins it and sends it back into Team 10's half. Max getting the demo on Shadow Frenzy.
That was good by Ryder to get that ball out midfield past that demo, or else it probably would have been kicked right towards the center of the box, as Boston Rob just has all the time and space in the world as the ball gets kicked out midfield, and even stopped going for it so he could land and get a more accurate shot, and it worked out for him.
Team 10's not quite out of it yet, as we saw they scored 2 goals in the first 17 seconds of the game.
I mean, after seeing that, I don't really think we can expect anything.
Yeah, for sure. They definitely have plenty of time.
No, we just saw them have a decent chance there. So both teams they can definitely turn on spurts when they need to and pop out a few goals.
Max trying to get a play to happen, but Boston Rob snuffs it out. Max taking it away from Boston Rob, follows it up, sends it downfield to Seamus. Seamus extends the play. Max out mid. Seamus is there. Sends it down to River. River gets beat to the ball. Shadow Frenzy with a shot on. Max there for the save. Up to follow the ball. 50s did with Federal Agent Phillip. Max taking it downfield. Shadow Frenzy there to send it back. Boston Rob out mid to Federal Agent Phillip. Off the backboard. Off the backboard again. Shadow Frenzy there to follow it up and gets the goal. Great play here from Federal Agent Phillip.
Varsity Dropout, they were just toying with Team 10 here, baiting the ball off the backboard, and Team 10 just didn't know what to do with it. They had to wait for the ball to come down, and Varsity Dropouts isn't having any of that. They're just going to put it right in. And 20 seconds left. I think it's safe to say that this game is beyond comebackable, if that is definitely not a word, but we're going to go with it.
Shadow Frenzy getting the save from Seamus as this game closes out. Actually, as the series closes out in the last couple of seconds, Max trying to keep it up, but it drops as Varsity Dropouts wins the series as a whole here today in the Intramural League Rocket League finals.
That was that game kind of makes it easy to forget that Team 10 were up 2-0 in the half minute, and they just kind of dropped off, and Varsity Dropouts sent 6 goals. I didn't expect that much of a comeback.
Yeah, I mean, Team 10 definitely looked strong there, but Varsity Dropouts definitely came back and took it away from them. I think the series as a whole it was really back and forth, as we saw. Varsity Dropouts went up 2 games in the first, went up 2 games, and then Team 10 came back and won 2 more to take it to Game 5, where Varsity Dropouts actually ended up winning.
Definitely a lot of momentum shifts during this series.
I wanted to just congratulate Varsity Dropouts for the nice win today. I'd also like to shout out Purdue University Rocket League, the club, and then Esports at Purdue Club. We both have Discord servers. If you'd like access to them, I'll post my name and the Twitch chat here in the next couple of minutes. I'd also like to thank all the viewers that have come out to watch. Honestly, we probably wouldn't do this without you guys. And last of all,
it's also good to know that we have the support from other students to know that we have a reason to keep these kind of series and leagues going for future months or semesters. Even if it's not Rocket League, there's plenty of other games that we're always ready to set up.
For sure. I'd also like to thank Duck for joining me today.
Was a pleasure.
I was initially going to cast by myself, but it's definitely nice to have a co-caster. And then most of all, I'd like to thank the guys at Elliott Hall for putting this stream together. And yeah, and that's all I have. Do you have anything else, Duck?
Probably just a little bit of a explanation of the kind of things that you just shouted out at the end. But if you guys are interested in finding a community at Purdue focused on the game that you guys are interested in, there's several communities. Esports at Purdue is a good place to find a general hub for lots of different games. So if you guys have enjoyed the Intramural series, but it's kind of hard to find other people from Purdue, not really just outside of your team that you played with, but the Discord is a great place to find friends to play with whenever. And I've made lots of friends and just being in the Discords for like a year now.